Well, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another video, and yeah, we're going to do part 3 of Venom vs Carnage, the mini-series from the Zeros. And yeah, got some caffeine-free or decaf ready to keep me going, because I might need it. After this I'll be enjoying, right now I'm enjoying a day off. And yeah, it will also be one of the last videos I'll be making before going on a holiday. To yeah, to a place where it's even hotter than where I live right now. But with nice weather as well. So yeah, also more coastal as well. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, also I want to do this video a little bit sooner, but yeah, it's currently 12:30 p.m. almost, Central European time. Was it AM? I don't even know. But yeah, AM is midnight, I think. Don't know. But yeah, that's basically about it. After that, I'll be yeah, preparing myself some lunch, hot lunch. Got some chicken breast. Or not chicken breast, chicken. I think it's chicken thighs. So it's better. I like the meat more. It's more tender. It doesn't taste like water most of the time. So yeah, some bok choy and some other things, some other vegetables, and a bit of rice before I'm going roller skating on the pavement. So the weather is actually nice. So without further ado, we're going to the review right now. And yeah. So yeah, this on currently like I said, I have currently on have a day off, so it's the day I took off from work, and yeah, just a day of relaxing, exercising, and yeah, enjoying some day off. So where were we last time? Part 2, previously on Venom vs Carnage. Okay, so Cletus Cassidy found in disguise of what seems to be an ex of her, Randolph. But yeah, it's not really Randolph. We all know who it is. It's Cletus Cassidy, aka Carnage, who attacks Black Cat, aka Felicia Hardy. And he turned, and yeah, the monster is born. So Toxin finally came out of shell, and yeah, part 3, father and son are finally going to have a face off. So but because Toxin is recently born, he is a little more infantile, doesn't understand biology and how the symbiots work as well. So yeah, the two face off. He asks him who the mother is, but he grabs him by the throat. And yeah, Carnage. Even Carnage knows that's not how biology works out, you bastard. And he's right. And yeah, Venom is observing the fight from a safe distance. And yeah, there comes a time, indeed, where you need to let go. And Toxin throws him out of the window. His father out of the window, which is absolutely hilarious. And it's a skull, I think. One sec. Ah, that's the person I'm traveling with. Okay, nice. Allow the little ones to make their own way in the world. That's actually a fun concept. Venom kind of understands what Toxin is going through. Let's stand on their own two paws. Strange way to describe legs, but I don't get it. And he tells him, yeah, you're not my father, and he collapses from the experience. And yeah, Venom is like, yeah, you can watch over them forever. So yeah. He vomits, but and he tells her to get away. Felicia says, yeah, it's okay, the monsters are gone. No, it hasn't. It's inside of me. Wow, we didn't. That's something. That was really unnecessary. But yeah. This chapter has some facing issues. So the monster inside. And Cletus is rightfully pissed. Okay, Carnage is rightfully pissed. What his offspring has done. They have a little dialogue. So yeah, Felicia Hardy and Patrick Mulligan, the first hosts, are having a back and forth. He said it was my father, and that other monster spewed right out of me. How am I going to explain this to my chief? You don't. Don't tell your spirits it was involved in the artifact, and I don't expect you to word your monster, so it's a quid pro quo. And he tells me that would be wrong. And she tells me he's the most annoying person she has ever met. Yeah. And that's what his wife says as well. So I know she's married to a slaving beast. No, and she mustn't. There's going to be a thing throughout this series up to his own mini-series. But yeah, will he tell his wife? If he doesn't tell his wife, what the hell? And he has a moral compass, something that the Toxin symbiote has to get used to. They need to they'll come to an agreement eventually. So yeah, this is what the but yeah, what she says is it's kind of true. What Toxin also tells him, you have to be flexible at times. So yeah. So they move to a new apartment, etc. The mother makes jokes out having a lot of babies. Patrick moves fast to catch the baby, and his father comes through the door. And yeah, he explains the situation to his father a bit. Eventually, so yeah, he runs away, turns into seems to be the Toxin symbiote temporarily takes over, and he goes out his way to kill Carnage, but something is holding him back. Eventually, we'll get to that later. And Cletus is discussing with the Carnage symbiote with the Clintar, how could you let him beat you up? He's barely a kid. Be quiet, Cletus. And Carnage doesn't like it either because he hates his kid's guts, which is more than normal, like Venom explained. It should be a hate relationship. But also about, Venom's the more moral code. He also cares about the future of the species. And he tells him that, Cassidy tells him that I don't need a symbiote to be a grade 8 first killer. I did just fine before you showed up, and yet also drove Carnage insane. It stopped raining, tells him. And yeah. And yeah, but Cassie / Carnage sends his offspring, and he smashes through the wall. And yeah, Toxin finally breaks out of the shell again, and he's fast, he's strong. You're on his side, indeed. Give him the man and the monster. And he asks him, you showing your age, kid. I'll get rid of those lines from you. You didn't want me to. Why did you have me? Police officers see a lot of this stuff: sickening abandoned babies, unwanted babies, cracked babies, you name it, and dumpster babies. So yeah, we have to this point, and eventually Toxin gets the upper hand against his father. And yeah, the only one part cop now, and insignificant part Venom, named you Toxin, but because you stink like poison. and this I see the change of the webbing of Toxin takes the form of steel chains, similar to what the Ghost Rider does. But yeah, he grabs his throat, planning to choke the life out of his father, but he can't do it because his moral code doesn't allow him. Partly because also, yeah, Patrick Mulligan kind of influenced the Toxin symbiote in a certain type of way. So he wakes up in bed, not sleeping, not even close to sleeping, and he tries to make sense of what's happened. So this, yeah, he knows what happened deep inside, and they have a rule of not talking about monsters. So yeah, his wife Gina tells him, "What are you doing here?" And she woke up, but she tells him to go to bed to get some sleep. And yeah, they have a rule in the family that they have a taboo that are not to be discussed, and that's don't talk about monsters, especially not the ones who are inside. There's another one who figured this out, and he tells him, yeah, Venom has witnessed this as well, and he told him that he could kill Carnage whenever he wanted, but he eventually held back, and that's something. And yeah, this makes Venom realize that Toxin, despite him still developing, realized that he wants to be that his host and him want to be a hero, or at least as far as it's possible with the symbiote. Similar to what Hybrid does, but Hybrid's a little bit more violent. So yeah, they form a temporary alliance, which is pretty unusual. And yeah, Toxin on the other hand breaks into an armed hostage situation and takes them all out. Eventually Toxin becomes temporarily gains the upper hand of his host. And he takes one of them. "You're heartless killers. You killed a cop who no doubt had a family. Piharbo, you deserve to die. In the most painful and heartless way imaginable." And yeah, it tells him to eat, but it basically tells him to eat their brains. And talking about parents, and yeah, he's a cop. You can kill me. Why can't I? And yeah, here are Patrick Mulligan and Toxin are basically fighting for control of the host body. And yeah, everything's changed. It's a good artwork. It's kind of and yeah, he's kind of sliding in between whether they are going to eat their brains or not. I can see why the Venom movie took some inspiration from this, from some of these elements, but some of the good elements. But yeah, everything's changed. So we're going to without further ado, we're going to chapter 4 immediately. Do the right thing, and yeah, the cop tells all, or the criminal tells all kind of tragic stories. He tells him, yeah, a tragic story, but you're still under arrest. And he told him to eat their brains, and yeah, he was joking. He already had breakfast. And yeah, Spider-Man comes by to ask him if everything is under control. Yes, everything is under control. And yeah, he has a discussion with his wife. And well, in this double spread, Venom and Carnage are going on the attack to the funeral of the police officer. Felicia Hardy and Patrick Mulligan are there incognito. And Patrick senses his father and grandfather arrive, and they go on the attack. And Toxin asks him, "Why don't you leave me alone? This is how I wanted either, kiddo. I had dreams, you, me, Wally corpse inside the crumpled spider suit." So yeah, Van realizes this was a bad idea from the very beginning. I should stuck to the nightmares. And that he does. And yeah, Carnage's wife tells him, "Serves you right for dreaming, old man. It's because you're naked doesn't mean." And yeah, Spider-Man is talking to the criminals. And yeah, he tracks Patrick Mulligan and Toxin and somehow tracks him to the graveyard. And yeah, the funeral is cut short. And yeah, Carnage is young. A scrap, a pea pot, and nothing. And yeah, they're trying to bury him alive. And yeah. But yeah, the Toxin seems to handle his own. He can never be allowed to feel how formidable it will be when he grows. Oh, you don't even know the half of it. And yeah, metaphorically speaking, whatever the hell that means. It's kind of, yeah, they don't like best buddies, but they shouldn't they be at each other's throat? Alright, you're an autodidact. Get out of here, I'm self-taught, man. Blah blah blah. Yeah. This didn't age well, I can see why. And yeah, he tells Venom about, asks himself, why did you think that I'm killing the wrong symbiote? Well, you decided to form this alliance, so you should have made up your mind about this. And yeah, Felicia tries to talk him out of this, but Venom tells, indeed Venom told he had plans, but yeah, it didn't work out. Once they're done with him, they're sending their attentions to her. And Spider-Man, fortunately, the Spider-Man is arrives to stop Venom and Carnage, but they go on the attack against him. Used to facing, and he tells me he's used to facing death. So yeah, Venom and Carnage bury Spider-Man alive under loved corpses. Tells me that wouldn't be right. He could stay down there, and this pisses off Patrick Mulligan / Toxin. This is a good page, by the way. Just how threatening he is. When he's fed up, he becomes like his grandfather. When he's calmed down, it's kind of like as a symbiote of his father. He goes on the attack. Yeah, all the thing, his wife being pregnant and attacked. Then Starwell threatened by God knows whatever kind of by his father, etc. His symbiote father. He snapped, and he basically beats the hell out of him. And eventually Spider-Man calms him down, have a little back and forth with him about with great power becomes great responsibility. It sounds like a Wikipedia page, I know. And it tells him that eventually Felicia walks him home. Who's at this kid? He figures out he has a finger of a corpse in his hands. His kids, and Heidi felt his home, and eventually leaves his wife and for a bit to how to deal with the monster, and this will be an thing going on for about the story. And he leaves his wife crying about it, and the three of us, we can work it out too, the three of us. It doesn't wish this easy, and it's kind of strange, and he tells her goodbye. And I do not know where I'm headed. I know only that I cannot take the ones I love most with me, and it's true for this now, but eventually I usually don't do this, but I can spoil what happens next. In his next or the monster in the next graphic novel says the monster I know, which is part before the Toxin. He basically fights a few C level villains that escaped out of the prison, and he's also trying to deal with how to control the Toxin symbiote, how to make arrangement with each other. He loses his father eventually against a villain called Razor Fist. He beats the hell out of him, and he turns him to the authorities eventually. At one certain point in time, Patrick tries to commit suicide by jumping in front of a train. Toxin saves him, because Toxin deep inside knows that deep inside of him, he knows that Patrick doesn't want to die, and and partly because he doesn't know, Toxin doesn't know if he is if he's capable of surviving without the host or not. Eventually, he makes it back to his wife, tells him everything about the Toxin symbiote, and the Toxin is allowed 2 hours of playtime each night. The rest Patrick is under control. So they find an arrangement, until yeah. Unfortunately, in typical Marvel fashion, because they have some good ideas in there, but once they don't know what they're doing, they handle certain types of characters poorly. Eventually, Patrick Mulligan is killed by Blackheart for some reason off screen, and he's the Toxin symbiote is in the underground facility. He eventually is bonded to Eddie Brock after Eddie Brock somehow killed Hybrid, Scott Washington, and Scream. We all know that. In other words, he's treated horribly until you get some kind of redemption arc with where he finds Agent Venom, but yeah, even then it feels like kind of off. And the Toxin symbiote dies until he's brought back to life again. That's it. So yeah, the final thoughts on this and score. It is it's okay, but it's kind of okay, but story-wise it's not going to blow you out of water, and I wish they would have developed certain things and removed certain plot holes a little bit better. And it feels rushed in certain places. Art-wise it's okay, but yeah, there's some hits and misses here and there, and yeah. Let's just say it might be there are some good ideas in there, but the execution is horrible. So yeah. Long story short, you're better off with reading older Venom titles and titles like Lethal Protector, Maximum Carnage, Planet of the Symbiotes, Along Came a Spider, something like that. But no, this is just not. This is yeah. Could have been so much better if they developed certain things a little bit better, and maybe add more pages to it. But yeah, that's all. That's all for this video, for this review. Talk to you guys later. Peace.